So this is going to be a follow-up from my last video with my Colorado ZR2. It's actually been a while, but I traded that vehicle in for this GMC AT4. I did it for two reasons. Is I needed something to be able to pull an RV, which I'll put in a picture of the RV on here, and for more aggressive off-roading, I just got that Jeep to handle that type of off-roading. So on the truck, I just did a few upgrades again to make it have capacity for camping, for putting all kinds of camping gear on it. Lifted it a little bit so I can put bigger tires on there. In the front is a 1 3/4 ready lift with new control arms, and in the rear, because I didn't just want to level up the front, I want to maintain the original rake, so I put blocks in the back, put on some bigger tires here, not a lot bigger because of the way the wheel well's shaped on these GMCs. You cannot really get that much bigger, so they don't rub. These are 285/70s 18s. On the back here, I put on I think it's Max Modular bed racks. So this particular one is set up for the tonneau cover with this raised piece here. I do not have a tonneau cover on it. I just wanted to give us some additional height. That way the rear view camera works on this. On the other side, some of the options on there is that box on the top, a bracket to hold recovery boards. I also have a kit that a bar goes across the back and the front, and there's a sliding rack system, but I don't have that installed on there. In here, I put in this box here. Now this bed here is the Carbon Pro edition bed. I actually did that to give a little bit more payload capacity, but it did turn out to complicate things a bit because of the shape of the bed there. Doesn't have the hollow rail that you could normally get bed accessories to clamp on. So I had to figure out how to bolt into the bed there, into the stake pockets that you really can't have access to. In the back here, there's these GMCs have the multi-function tailgate, and there's usually a grab handle that goes right there, but I had to remove it. Here I was able to drill in here and then at an angle reach in there and get to the bolt to be able to bolt that on. In the front, I use these anchor bolts, similar to what you would like a drywall anchor, but significantly thicker, about a 5/16 inch bolt, with the head it goes at an angle so you can slide it into the hole, and there's a plastic handle on it to hold it in place while you thread on the bolt, and then once that's on, you snap off the plastic handle off, and so that'll keep this from moving. This is fully adjustable, so I can move this to any other truck that I might get down in the future. In fact, most likely, even though I've only had this for about a year, about 5,500 miles on it, probably at the end of the year I'll probably have to trade this in for the 2500 version of this AT4, only because the travel trailer I got is a 34-footer. Weight wise, with this engine, with the 6.2 liter, it pulls it no problem. It's just payload capacity. The gross vehicle weight on this is 7,000 pounds, so the truck itself is 5,470, and then it has a payload of 1,530, so you can only get the 7,000. And so when I bought the trailer, I took it to the weigh station, and the trailer is pretty much empty, just the necessities. gear such as sewer hose and toolkits and things like that. I didn't load it up with any camping stuff. It was well under the gross combined vehicle weight, which is 15,000. That setup was only around 12,000, but the truck weight was 70/40, so 40 pounds over. And because by the time the family's in there, the dog, again, this rack on the back, which is aluminum. This is 100% aluminum, so it's not very heavy. And then the box is probably 60 pounds itself. As soon as you put something in it, you're over that 7,000 pounds. So even though, and then the trailer only came out to be, with the weight distribution hitch, was only around 5,400 pounds. So, which is, like I said, this thing towed it no problem. I would say you can, because it's a large trailer, so with the wind, it does, when it pushes around, you do feel it. I would prefer a heavy duty, which is going to be around 7,400 pounds, because that would actually be heavier than the fully loaded trailer. But I got this over the ZR2 because it's still very easy to park with the camera system. It has all the convenience functions, adaptive cruise control. So it's a great, it's a great truck. It's, to me, one of the better lookings of the half tons, the GMC version of the GM brand. I prefer the front end on these. With the Colorado, that was trying to fulfill multiple roles. A truck that would pull my expedition trailer, everyday driver, off-roading. But when you get a truck that you try to do too many things, it compromises various areas. So I decided, I'll get something for each of the activities. This will take care of the off-roading. For everyday driving, I just got this Subaru here, and put some all-terrain tires on it. I have a Rhino rack that goes on the top with roto packs and recovery boards and such. Oh, this box here, it's a pretty good storage, because you just pull it out, and there's a little lever on each side here, which then, now the box will slide out, and it has wheels on it, and then put it back in. You just slide it in, it locks in, and when you close your gate, even though there's locks on the box, you don't need it, because when you close the gate, nobody can have access to it. And yeah, if you need to put larger items in the rear, it easily comes out. On the roof, I did have a Go Rhino rack that sits on the top, that has lights on it. I took that off because I knew that was gonna put it overweight. I was hoping taking that off was enough to get it under the 7,000, but I will have to on my first trip. So we just got the RV a couple days ago. We'll take that entire rack off, and this box in the back. That's another advantage of having these tonneau brackets. Not only does it lift it, but it also means there's just 4 bolts on each corner, and then I can take that right off. So that's it for the update. Probably next time I do a video, it'll probably be a video with with the heavy duty truck. I don't know when that's going to be, because right now the market, there's virtually, they're very hard to come by.